If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today. The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Friday, April 26th versus the Grand Rapids Rise at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pierce and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Nobody goes to McDonald's more than you. Nobody.
No,
every meal,
I
every call. I mean,
don't go
every meal.
Every morning you're there.
Every morning goes to McDonald's
Every single
every day.
day.
I do it. Oh, I go every day.
Is it?
Yeah,
How many
that's what I
times?
mean. That's a lot.
How many?
I mean, sometimes
I'm
twice
saying
a
in
day.
the next year I go 9 times. I
That's
go
high
9.
for me. I'm not going 9
Oh,
times
I mean,
to
7
McDonald's.
times
Yeah.
a week. Seven
Yeah.
times a week.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of
Every
times
day.
though. Do you go more than once a day?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm telling you. So it's
But I just
500.
get coffee.
But you go 500 times a year. That's a lot. 5 times a year. The most I'm at is 9. I'm at 9. Jake's at 4, and you're at 500.
I say 4 to 5 for myself.
So I said 9. You said 500.
Put it that way.
It is. Just do the math.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Mike Minner, what's up, bro?
When you look at Dylan, you're looking at quarterbacks that kind of come around once every 20 years. And this is a kid I'm looking at, I don't know how old he is, 17, 18 years old. And he is already directing things that 17, 18-year-old kids should not even know. Changing the line protection. Okay, guys, I don't know where we've been 2 weeks of practice. Come on, man. Well, we got guys in the National Football League that can't do that.
Weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor, Nebraska Football Hall of Famer.
Blitz is on. Taylor picks it up. Fires. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Canadian Football League Grey Cup champion.
Taylor again, wide open.
First team All-American quarterback Steve Taylor.
5 for Steve Taylor. That is a new Nebraska record.
We are live from the studios at 1040 O Street and 93.7 The Ticket. This is Weekly Rap Sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor, and it is spring game week.
Yeah, man.
Exciting times.
I know. They need to do something with the spring game.
Just an extra, huh?
It's screwing everything up, dude.
What's that?
I'm depressed. This is mental health for me. You gotta help me through this, man.
Uh-oh.
You know what the forecast is for the spring game?
Is it not good?
It's good, man.
It's good, yeah.
It's like 70-something degrees.
That's what I thought. I think it's like a
and
high
like,
of 78.
and like no wind.
That's good news.
That's great golf weather, man. I'm depressed.
Is that what's going on? You want to be golfing on Saturday?
I want to be golfing on Saturday, and I knew this was going to happen to me. Like when I signed a contract to do the show, I knew like today it was going to be a tough day for me.
You just want to be on the course.
I should be on the course, man. I looked at the tee sheet today, and my group was out there, and I was hoping to make them make the turn, meet them after the show and make the turn if they had like 9 guys or 7 guys, but of course they have 10 guys. So there's not room for one more to join.
Yeah.
So I can't play after the show. I couldn't play today because of the show starts at 12 o'clock.
That's right.
Which is like the ideal tee time almost.
You can't play Saturday.
There's no wind. There's no sun. It's like a perfect scoring day. I didn't play well yesterday, so I wanted to get back at it today.
That's what it is. Yeah. If you play poorly, you want to you want to get back.
And I can't play Thursday because a lot of guys are gone and the weather is, I think maybe rain or something. That's a standard day for me Thursday. And I called everyone on my Rolodex, and everyone has something going on. So I can't play Thursday. I will play Friday.
There you go.
And then I normally play on Saturdays, but we got this spring game
Yeah.
that's in the way that I really want to go to. But, I got a friend coming in town from Tucson. So we're going to go and do the whole pregame and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, man. So it's a tough day for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
And then I
kinda fun.
had to work today. So I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not working out for me, man.
Well, I mean, it's always fun to host, and you get to kind of
Yeah.
show off to.
Well, we could both be golfing. He's a golfer too.
Yeah. Well, if you do that too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk him into place, stand over that overnight and not leave Sunday so he can play Sunday. But I don't know, man. It's just tough. So I know it's going to be tough for me to come to the studio when I look outside and the leaves aren't really blowing and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's just one of those days.
It is a golf.
But
day.
anyway, here I am. And
Yeah.
I thought, I can't let my boy Bach down.
That's right.
And then Terrell starts talking about the Earl Campbell sausage. And he hasn't texted me about any of that.
Yeah. And then invite you over for some.
No.
Sounds
no.
like he's just gonna microwave it. So
Oh, okay, I pass on that. But yeah, I'm like, okay, that sounds kind of good. I love sausage.
now Terrell did have a
Anyway.
question he wanted me to ask. you.
Oh, what was it?
What do you wear when you cut grass?
Depends on the weather.
Oh, okay.
I have my neighbor Libby tease me all the time because she says, even when you cut grass, you look coordinated and you look good. No.
So you're styling and profiling, cutting grass.
Yeah, yeah. So I think I got my schedule worked out. I got this rental property over there that I inherited because I didn't sell it, right? But
Mhm.
anyway, because the market was like it was last year.
Sure.
So now I got to mow the lawn. It's tough for me, man, because I'm doing all these things that normally I do not have to do. And I like to call my own shots from start to finish, but the way things are and the way times are. So I got to go over there and mow this lawn. And he came over one day and it was, I had these jeans on, these ripped jeans and everything. And it was hot.
Yeah.
So, but they're my cutting lawn jeans for the fall and winter, right?
Mm,
This
yeah.
is what I use. And it was one of those iffy days, right? You didn't know him. I go over there, I'm like, man, it is really warm. So he was giving me a hard time about mowing the lawn in these jeans. They're like designer jeans that have holes in them. But
Oh
anyway.
yeah.
Anyway, now his lawn is looking perfect because he lives next door
Mm.
to the house that I'm renting out that I'm going to sell. They're buying the other one.
Yeah.
And his lawn, like he's having a competition with me right now. How good. That's why he was talking about the lawnmower and everything
Yeah.
and the fertilization and everything. Because I
Yeah.
did all this stuff and his lawn is looking pretty good. He has lots of pride of ownership. So
I've had my house for 7 years. I don't think I've ever fertilized my yard.
I got a great guy, man. He's like the most efficient guy. He leaves notes and everything. He
Mm.
treats it. It's natural and he's awesome.
Yeah.
And your yard would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Pristine.
I might
Yeah.
need that. It's
Classic turf,
starting to get a
classic
little
turf.
patchy.
I'm gonna give him a little
Yeah.
plug because he's been doing it for me for years and since I retired. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
Kills everything. He leaves you little notes, and tells you when to water and how much to water.
Oh yeah.
It's
Can't-
nice,
Can't
yeah.
screw it up.
Well, you can.
You still will, yeah.
You can screw anything up, but yeah, no, but he's awesome. You have not fertilized your lawn? Your lawn?
I have not.
Come
I mean,
on.
I cut it and stuff. It's
Do you get weeds and stuff?
yeah.
you do.
Yeah, I spray.
You spray. You do
There's
it
only
yourself.
So much. Yeah. Well.
Or do you
yeah.
spot spray?
I spot spray.
You got to fertilize it and let it
I've-
get into the soil.
I'm finally getting that age. When I bought it, it was like 26. It's like
Okay.
whatever.
Oh,
and-
it's about time for you to sell.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
buy a new one.
Well,
You
it
buy-
would be.
you got-
It would be if the interest rates were.
I don't want to hear that, man. That's killing my
That's
business.
all you hear.
That's
All the
killing
time,
my
I'm sure,
business,
but-
man. His interest rates are like, and I'm going through it myself, right? I'm like, man,
Yeah.
God, I don't
That's
have a
why
mortgage,
I
but
planned on this. I bought a starter house. I planned on moving
Yeah.
out by now, but
I know. And my construction loans are 8-9%, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's challenging for me right now out there in my price range.
Yeah.
You know?
building
So
new
we'll
though.
see.
I mean, that's got to be fun, right?
It is
That's
fun.
kind of what you've
No,
moved on to.
No,
for
no,
all
that's
this
what
stuff,
I've been doing the last
Yeah.
5 years, and it's been great. It's been great. Last year a little bumpy. We're gonna see how this year goes, but it's been really good, and I enjoy it. That's another thing. This is my exit phase of real estate, and it's been going well. I mean, I still list and sell houses. Like if you call me to list your house, I'll still do that. If I get friends that want to buy a house, I'll still work with them. But I'm not out beating the streets like I used to, right?
Yeah.
And so, no, I enjoy it very much. Very much. And so I want this to work. But these interest rates, it has been working for 5 years, but these interest rates right now are just really just killing me. Yeah. It's not helping.
Yeah.
But-
no, it doesn't.
No, but
But a couple years ago, it was on fire. So
yeah,
that
yeah.
helped you,
There's
you
still
know.
some things you can
Take your
do, but
market.
they are higher, so
Yeah.
I feel the buyer's pain. I see the seller situation too, where they're in that house that has 2, 3, 4% interest rate, and then to jump up to my price range, which is 700,000 to 800,000, is it's big jump.
Absolutely.
But anyway, we're gonna get through it though.
Yeah.
So enough about me being depressed.
Well, what are you looking for at the spring game if you go on Saturday?
I just want to see this 5-star recruit Dylan.
Yeah.
I want to see the kid from Bellevue. I want to see what we have under fire.
Mostly quarterbacks, obviously.
No,
as a quarterback.
I will concentrate on quarterbacks, but I want to look at the overall team talent.
Yeah.
See what we have. See if we got some team speed. See if we have some playmakers. See if we have some blockers. To actually see what we have. So I'm really excited about going to the game.
Yeah.
And hopefully they will let them scrimmage and let them play a little bit.
Yeah, that's definitely the hope, because there's always kind of a question as we build up for the spring game and you get excited about it. It's really, you're excited about like the beginning of it, right?
Yeah.
Because at some point, most people, it's a considerably thinner audience by the end of the game.
Yeah. The more I think about it, people keep asking me, what is the market like? I'm like, man, for the first time, I really don't know. I mean, there's so many extenuating circumstances and factors that's affecting real estate. And it's almost like football. Like they asked me about football. I'm like, you know what? I really can't. I don't like to make up stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm like, I really don't know. I'm going to have to wait and see. I mean, really see what they have and see what type of quality players they have on the entire squad.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about this Dylan kid. So far, it looks like it's there. It's there. But I just want to kind of see it and witness it in as close to game type situations as you can get, with spring, to see if this can work.
Yeah.
But so far, so good.
It's funny you say that, because I do think like 5 years from now, what's more predictable, the real estate market or what college football looks like? Because
it's like anything else.
tough
It's
to
like
tell.
it's like stocks and bonds. You cannot predict the market, so you got to get in today.
That's right,
Regardless
yeah.
of how you feel about the market, you still got to get into it. Regardless of how you may feel about the football team, they have to go out there and they got to recruit and they got to get players and they got to keep doing the things that they're doing. I mean, I'm really enjoyed and pleased to see what Coach Rule is doing, off the field and on the field, and I know that foundation will build success. That's a recipe for success, so I'm excited about all that. But then you don't know, these guys really pan out, you don't know about injuries and stuff, but so I'm excited to see what we have. And, with the shape of the Big Ten, how it's shaping up, I mean, I can't tell you how USC is going to look, how UCLA is going to look, how Washington is going to look, how Ohio State's going to look, how Michigan is going to look.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an idea, right? But we really don't know we're not going to know until we get into the season.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that we can be that team that kind of, exceeds expectations a little bit. I'm really hoping that's the scenario.
Well, it's interesting too, because I think Nebraska, I think you feel good about where they are as a program as opposed to the last several years. It feels like this is their big step.
Yes.
The problem is that their best time to make that big step would have been in the Big Ten West, right? When you have kind of a weaker schedule. And you don't have to, you can still get to the Big Ten championship game without, being a top 10, top 10, 12 type of team, which is probably going to take this year.
But then again, that's when you raise your level of play when you're playing against teams of those caliber.
Iron sharpens iron.
It sharpens everything up, and everything is just dialed in. So I'm excited about that, and to see how they're up for the challenge.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting year. It really is. It's going to be an exciting year, and hopefully it's more exciting than the other side of it. So just got to wait and see. So I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Well, let me ask you this, because I think it's been pretty much it's one of the team goals has got out. The defense wants to be the number one defense in the nation, and they've been somewhat vocal about that.
I like that. I like to hear that.
You do. That's what I was going to ask you. Terrell says kind of, just put, show it with your play on the field. But I feel like this is a team that we kind of understand was a top 15, top 20 type of defense last year. But there's a huge, there's tiers. There's a big step up to being number one or being in that conversation. And, I feel like that's a pretty good goal from where they were last year.
I'm a huge goal setter. I set realistic goals, but you want to push the envelope a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that all came from Coach Osborne. We used to set goals all the time, and his philosophy was at one time, you didn't really talk about too many personal goals, but there's nothing wrong with getting that out there, because then you have that expectation and that they're all aware of it. And so you're going to have that same motivation, that work ethic, that drive to meet those expectations. And if your standard is the number one defense in the country, so maybe if you're 10 or 11 or whatever, that's huge, right?
Yeah.
So, like I say, they're doing a lot of great things. And I think, is that a realistic goal? It could be. I don't know where they ended up last year defensively. Were they in top 20?
Yeah, like I said, it depends on which metric you use.
What
but
metric?
Generally, top 15, top 20 type defense.
Yeah. So, it's obtainable.
Yeah.
It's not out of the bounds. I think they could do it. With the conference and who we play and everything, it's a reasonable goal, a realistic goal to set. And that's why I like what this coaching staff is doing. They're pushing the envelope a little bit, and they're going to strive for that, and then you can only get better.
Well, and two, I think, we've gotten so far removed from Nebraska's success in the past that to hear to say they want to be number one, you're just like, yeah, well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, that was generally your goal for rushing offense, defense.
Oh, yeah.
There's just
No
all
doubt.
sorts of ideas to be,
No
we're going to
doubt.
be the best. And why not? Because
Why
we're
not?
right up there.
Why not? And be frank, you have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be,
Yeah.
So that's really encouraging, and it's good to hear. And we got a good guy like Coach White. He can do it.
Yeah.
He has the ability to do it, and I'm pretty sure that's on his chalkboard.
Yeah.
In his office.
Definitely keep up with what, while you have him here, take advantage of it.
Oh, yeah.
Who was the defensive coordinator when you were
Oh,
playing?
McBride.
Was it McBride?
McBride. Oh, yeah.
I'm
Charlie.
trying to remember because there was how many defensive coordinators did Tom Osborne have? I know he had Monte Kiffin and McBride.
Well, the only one I know is McBride.
Yeah. Okay.
He was here when I got here.
He was here a long time.
Yeah, it was McBride.
Yeah.
The Kiffin. Yeah, a lot of people know about him, but I wasn't around.
Yeah.
I wasn't around.
I think that was only a few years in the 70s.
Yeah.
Long enough for
I
Lane
think that's
to be
around
born in
the
Lincoln, but-
Vanny era and stuff. But no, McBride. McBride was the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to think about when that timing was. I suppose that would be right. But so yeah, we'll see if the defense can kind of live up to it. They've got good reports coming out of camp about as far as the secondary. That's the only spot they've kind of lost some guys. But this is a very senior-led, a lot of experience on this defense and on this team. Other than
huge.
Dylan,
That's huge, and you got a whole year of that system too.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see the defense if they can make some noise this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of stops and create some turnovers.
Well, and that's
against the right people.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's the one thing too is that, I kind of wondered coming into this year where we could just say it like it is. I know they're transforming the offense, but they had one of the worst offenses in college football.
It was
last
horrific.
Year.
It was horrific.
So you kind of think, how's that? The defense might overwhelm the offense because of that. If they're going for number one and the offense is just trying to move up to mediocre or whatever.
But once again, that's standard.
Yeah.
That's what makes offensive teams better, and vice versa. When you have that competitiveness, so that's what I want to see some smacking, some hitting, I want to see some stuff.
Yeah.
Out of those top two units.
Well, and they said they said too, like early on in the camp, it was the defense was kind of overwhelming the offense.
Typically.
And the offensive teams, the offensive coaches have been very complimentary of Tony White. Like just when you figure something out, he's got something else coming at you.
A little wrinkle.
Yeah. So that'll be kind of exciting to see this year. But this past Saturday, that scrimmage was reportedly more of an offensive.
Yeah.
Dominated.
Dylan had a good day, and stuff. So, but the real test would be this Saturday.
Yeah.
The real test would be this Saturday.
Yeah, we can't wait.
You're gonna have the little small battles, but then you're gonna have the big battle when it comes Saturday. So.
Yeah, and we'll see. We've again heard too. Everybody's gonna play with different groups out there. They've only got 3 scholarship quarterbacks, so you're gonna want to see them out there
for sure
for a considerable amount of time. Maybe keep people in their seats.
Yeah.
It'll be fun when we get to it on Saturday.
And I will not be thinking about being on the links when I'm watching the spring game. I will forget about it. It's going to be such a great time. Yeah,
I think you're gonna leave mid third quarter to go get some golfing. Maybe mid second quarter.
It depends. If those guys are on the bench and not playing, then I may make a move. You're right.
Yeah. So we'll see. That might be a time when the golf courses are a little bit open. Maybe everybody's occupied.
Dude, it's the best time to be on the course.
Yeah.
I golfed a couple times last year on game day because it was just not really, Yeah. And it was, you had the whole course to yourself.
Yeah, there you go.
It's nice. And we had on the radio and stuff,
Sure.
and could see it on Twitter or whatnot. But it is a great time to golf.
Yeah. We'll keep that in mind. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with weekly wrap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor coming up after the break.
Hi, I'm Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised in Lancaster County, learning the value of hard work and grit at a young age. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. I know that families and businesses in our community need lower taxes, lower cost of healthcare, and a great education. That's why, as your senator, I helped pass the largest tax cut and made the most significant investment in education in Nebraska history and worked to reduce the cost of healthcare. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on May 14th. Paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
Whether you're looking for a place to stay for a concert at PBA, a Nebraska home game, or just a night on the town, the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket is the place for you. Enjoy an evening at one of many restaurants or bars within a short walking distance. Business travelers at the hotel will enjoy free high-speed internet access, a 24-hour business center, and large in-room workstations. And check out the Bistro, where you'll enjoy healthier food and beverage options, as well as high-tech conveniences. Book your room today at the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
There's more time to save big at Bonsall Pool & Spa with their extended Double the Savings sales event. Now through April 30th, buyers can take advantage of up to $1,500 in savings when they purchase a new hot spring spa. Visit the Bonsall Pool & Spa showroom at 33rd and Pioneers or visit their website at www.bonsallpool.com to learn more about this hot sale. Act now because this offer ends April 30th. Bonsall Pool & Spa, every day made better.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Nobody goes to McDonald's more than you. Nobody.
No,
every meal,
I agree
every
with that.
thought. I mean,
don't go
every meal.
Every morning you're there.
Every morning goes to McDonald's
single
every day.
I do it. Oh, I go every day.
Is it?
Yeah,
How many
that's what I
times?
mean. That's a lot.
How many? I mean, sometimes
I'm
twice
saying
a
in
day.
the next year I go 9 times. I
That's
go
high
9.
for me. I'm not going 9
Oh,
times
I mean,
to
7
McDonald's.
times
Yeah.
a week. Seven
Yeah.
times a week.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of
Every
times
day.
though you go more than once a day.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm telling you. So it's
But I just
500.
get coffee.
But you go 500 times a year. That's a lot. 500 times a year. The most I'm at is 9. I'm at 9. Jake's at 4, and you're at 500.
I say 4 to 5 for myself.
So
He said
I said 9.
I
He
didn't
said
even
500.
put it that way.
It is. Just do the math.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone back with the latest update from Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, your new car selection keeps getting better and better every month. Can you tell our listeners all about it?
You know, it sure is, Charlie. It's great that our customers can come in, pick out a new Honda, and drive away with it that day.
How many new Hondas do you have in stock?
Well, right now we have just about 100 in stock.
Hey, I hear you've won some very important awards in your service department. Tell us about them.
Well, the first one is we won the award for the first fixed award. So the cars are actually fixed on the very first time they're brought in. Second award is our Customer Service Experience Award. And then our third award is our Honda Express Service Elite, and we rank the best in quality and customer satisfaction.
Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppel Chevrolet GMC, and our annual spring sales event is now underway. We have absolutely huge savings right now at Coppel. New Sierras and new Silverados have a double whammy. Choose from APR starting at 1.9% or discounts over $9,000. Yes, that's right, 1.9% APR or discounts of over $9,000. So please take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street just south of the interstate, or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Friday, April 26th versus the Grand Rapids Rise at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pierce and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild's Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Now back to weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on 93.7 The Ticket. Happy to be with you here on Spring Game Week. A few questions for Steve Taylor from the text line, or at least comments here. Headhunter says, "Oh, Steve, you have always been a dapper dresser since your QB1 days here."
Yeah. My kids like to make fun of me, though.
For dressing nice?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they hate on me all the time. I mean, I live with 4 women, dude.
Oh, I think they would appreciate you dressing nice.
Well, I think they do. I think they're just kind of like, they wish their boyfriends or husbands to be with, have as much swag as their 57-year-old dad.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. I was like a nice dress man. Honestly,
I will give the credit to my wife, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm still conservative. You look at me, right? But in college, I was really conservative. Like, I wouldn't wear black because black was like a bad guy.
Yeah.
No, bad boys wear black,
sure.
right? You know,
you
and so I was kind of a preppy my first year or two.
California kid.
Yeah, until I met my wife, and then I kind of got out of my box. Yeah, she used to wear like this black leather jacket. It was the best leather smell I ever smelled in my life, right? And she had like these, she's wore like these cat boots, like pointed boots with the thin thing. They look like witch boots, what they look like, right?
Yeah.
And she had her own little swag, had this wild, crazy Pat Benatar type hair, right? And she was a sorority girl, whatnot, but then she used to wear a lot of black.
Yeah.
And I'm like, black was kind of cool. You know?
Yeah. So you just
so I got out of my box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you became the bad guy.
I mean, I became the bad guy, yeah. And anyway, so that kind of got me out of my shell a little bit. And it all started then, my junior year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Headhunter says you should give VJ fashion lessons for sure.
Oh, he needs them.
Yeah.
Terrell too.
Yeah.
Terrell too, as I'm picking up his junk and he leaves at the station. I'm gonna have a little chat with him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those guys can't compete. They have no idea.
Yeah.
Kenny Willite hates it.
Does he hates what?
He hates what? I mean, he talks about what I have on all the time.
Oh, really?
No, he has no
poking fun at you.
Yeah, and when I say Kenny, I've never seen anything besides a Husker t-shirt and a Husker pair of shorts.
Yeah.
But now he has a real job. Now he has a job, not a real job, but he has a job where he has to, you can't dress athletically.
Just
you
swag,
have to
just
dress,
the team swag isn't going.
Yeah. So now he looks all. I'm gonna tease him now because he looks like a nerd, right? I went there the other day. He's selling a bunch of cars, man. He's doing great. He had these nice glasses on and he can't see, right? So you have to put him on to read. He was selling a car anyway, but he looked really good.
Yeah. Well, good for him.
Yeah. So welcome to the club, Kenny.
Yeah. So yeah. He
the real world. Now, you can't walk around in sweatsuits all day. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, part of Part of being a real estate agent, you got to look the part. You can't look.
Yeah, it's nice, man, because you can kind of get out of the box a little bit. You know, you don't have to conform. You know, with the traditional. I used to wear suits all the time.
Yeah.
You know, suit and tie, but it's too hot in Nebraska.
Oh yeah.
I used to show houses all the time, and you got a suit on and tie. And it's just middle of summer. It's 95, 100 degrees. So
yeah,
I dress appropriately for the occasion.
Another question here again. Back to real estate here.
Okay.
This is from 0651. Steve, I'm thinking about picking up my first investment property. Would you suggest?
I have one.
There you go. I
got a couple.
We'll get what your suggestion is going to be yours. Yeah. Would
Definitely.
you suggest a flip or a rental?
Oh, well, it depends. It depends on what your goal is, right? If you want to, rentals are great investments, man. You can have a long term, you can have a short term. You got to have a plan though when you go into it. I used to tell my clients, first of all, find out what type of landlord you want to be. That's huge, right? If you want to be a slumlord where you're just all about the dollars, you don't want to repair things, that kind of stuff. Or if you want to have multi-units where you have a property management, handle it. You got, 16 plexes, 30 plexes, whatever. And you just want to have them handle it and just keep it long-term. Or do you want to buy like smaller properties like I did, single family homes, townhomes, maintain them yourselves. You have pride of ownership. You manage them because you can do that. And then you can either sell them when the market is good, like is what I did 10 or 15 years ago. I had like up to 10 rental properties, and then I refinanced, cash them out, and then I sold them at a later date, so you can, it just depends on what type of plan you want to have, but definitely invest in the market. No question about that. Rental market is awesome. I have one right now. I do have one now. I sold my one out in California, which I have for 15 or 20 years. That worked out well for me.
Yeah, California's gonna.
No. So definitely get into the market and just see what type of landlord you want to be.
Yeah.
And then once you determine that, then you can decide, okay, do I want to be a slumlord, or would I want to own something that I will live in myself and get a good clientele, and not a good clientele where it's not turning over, every 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
You get long-term, renters. I had one guy say one of my houses for like almost 12, 14 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. So, but definitely get into the market rate, even though interest rates are the way they are, they're cash flowing. There's people out there that need nice properties. So
yeah,
for sure. Get in the game. Get in the game.
Yeah.
Don't miss out.
Miss out. You're dating the no, I think what was the word you just said? So it's like
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Right.
It's like now, like I don't build anything that I wouldn't want to live in myself.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in an arrogant way. Like I build homes that are, first of all, it's tough to build a home for me for less than 500,000.
Yeah.
And so when I'm designing my houses and building my houses, I design them and build them the way that I would like to live, or I think someone. And I have my realtor cap on as well, and so I spend a little extra time on cosmetic things and light fixtures and things of that nature, that a little step above the rest.
Yeah. Well, very cool stuff.
So get involved.
There it is.
Good idea.
You marry the house, date the interest rate is what I'm saying.
Oh, there you go.
Because you can always refinance.
You can refinance. You can do all that stuff. Yeah. And there are lots of programs out there. Like me, I'm a builder where I'll buy down your interest rate, to get you into the home. It's a win-win situation. I support home ownership, and man, because it is tough out there. It's tough out there because that additional $500-$600 you're paying a month that you weren't paying for, 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, it's a big pill to swallow.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, property taxes will come down. We're talking about that because that's. I mean, you're stuck with that for life.
Yeah.
And Lancaster County likes them. They like that yearly check that we write to them, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't too opposed to it when I had kids going to the public schools, because that's one reason why our public school system is really good, because the majority of our property taxes go towards, schools and stuff like that. So I was okay with that. But now that all my kids are gone and not going to elementary,
don't
I'm
care
like,
so much.
Don't build any more schools. We don't need any more bonds,
Yeah.
So anyway, I like that. What Pillen's trying to do is, get that cost down, because that knocks a lot of people out of home ownership, and it's a fixed cost that you're going to have. Even if you get your home paid off, you're still going to have that big property tax bill that you're going to have to pay. So,
all right, well, let's jump back. We can always jump back into the house.
Yeah, I like talking about real estate. I'm sorry.
Real estate. Any more questions on that? Let us know here on the Starter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. But let's jump back into football real quickly. Did you? Yeah. I think I probably asked you this before, but the spring game memories yourself, it wasn't as big of a deal back then, right?
No, it wasn't. Which is, at least as far as the fanfare of it, and and the showmanship of it. You know, it was still, we still had 40,000 people maybe.
Okay.
But nothing like 80,000, 60,000 people and stuff like that. You know, that has just evolved over the years. So, but it was, the spring game was actually, for me, when we were playing, I look forward to it because I didn't have to play as much. I mean, I played like maybe a series or two.
Sure.
But all the hard stuff was done with the weekly scrimmages. Like we had Tuesdays and Thursdays station scrimmages, which is where you really won or lost your job. The spring game was almost like a celebration. You can relax a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, because all the heavy lifting was done during the week.
Yeah.
And those scrimmages were big. Those Tuesdays and Thursdays scrimmages were huge.
Well, when you came in as on freshman squad, did they have this freshman drill against the varsity at that time?
No, you had your own entity.
On screen.
You had nothing to do
altogether.
They had that big golden carrot above you. That you're freshman, this is varsity. You know, and like that motivated us. I mean, when we got moved up to varsity my freshman year, when we took that walk from the North Stadium to the South Stadium was huge.
And it was just you and Broderick Thomas, right?
And Leroy Etienne.
And Leroy,
were the three that moved up to varsity.
And that was the first. Was that the first year they had done that?
Yeah.
Or close.
From what I understand, not too many freshmen traveled with varsity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We were exception to the rule at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and we actually played. And then I actually played against Oklahoma and Florida, Michigan and stuff. Like played.
Yeah.
And not during the Iowa States and Kansas, I just mopped up. I was like the fifth quarterback that went in, it just went down the chain of command. And I got like the last minute or two, But then when we got to Oklahoma and then Michigan is when I really got some really good playing time.
Was that from moving up in practice, or were there injuries, or what?
No,
what kind of went you from fifth
well, I
to
think
second there?
Travis did get banged up. It was just talent based, and that they saw that they had some guys that were talented that could play.
Yeah.
So let them contribute, and the more I played, the more they saw that.
Yeah.
And so I was given the opportunity.
So,
that's all that was.
Do you have a spring game memory, or is it more just on the sideline? Any passes or runs?
No, I threw some nice passes, had some nice runs. That's the thing. It's just a little sprinkle.
Yeah.
Like, because people can see they can finally see what this guy can look like, and what he's like. So for me, it was just, you want to go out and play well, but I knew it was going to be limited.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to because we were under fire. I mean, it wasn't no green shirts. Like, you got tackled, right? You got tackled, right? So I was going to get a good first quarter of just playing football.
Yeah.
No question. Nothing's off limits, right? So I had to make my noise within that first quarter. But then once you become, when you're first team all conference and potential All-American, Heisman, all that kind of stuff, that they watch that. Yeah.
Did you obviously this is back in throwing maybe 10 passes a game. Did you try to tell coach, hey, can we throw it a little bit here?
No, he's opened up a lited up a bit because he want to see what guys can do, what receivers can do, and so I remember I threw one big 53-1 square in to Damon Brinson. It's like about a 20-30 yard completion, little square in over the middle. I remember that and had some good runs and stuff. Took a couple of shots deep wise, see if some guys don't get the football, but we scored some points and made some plays.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of scrambles and a couple of runs.
Well, there you go. Some
you still got to give the fans. You got to show the fans a little something.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show the fans that, hey, this is what you guys to look forward to.
Yeah.
And everyone has that same approach. Defensively, they're going to make some plays.
Yeah.
And then get out and watch the other guys. Like I said, it's more of a celebration because by then you've pretty much won your job. Not too many positions when I was playing was dependent on the spring game because you really can't. You're not going to play too much.
Yeah.
Where scrimmage, you're dialed in. You're going to get your reps. You're going to get your opportunity to show the coaches what you can do. So, so our approach was let's win it, get it done with. So the spring game, I know I got my job. I'm secure. I'm going to make a couple plays, sit back and let these other guys, let the other guys that are third, fourth, fifth team have some fun in the spring game.
Now, obviously, too. I mean, like you said, once you get to a certain level, you can kind of throw this out the window. But what do you think percentages wise are you like? You say you won your job, but then you have fall camp. What percentage do you think that job is locked up heading into fall camp? Again, not when you're All-American.
Every position is different. There are some positions and Coach Rule alluded to that. He doesn't really he wants to see that go into the fall. But I'm very confident they're going to go into fall camp with a guy that's going to have the edge.
Yeah.
There's going to be a guy that, he may get 1 or 2 more snaps. He's going to be the edge. There may be a few positions where they're really tight. They really don't know. And that's going to be a battle. And I'm pretty sure they have that.
Yeah.
No, we had I can't remember back in my day what those positions were. I know, but I think Keith Jones may have been one of them, but then he emerged as the clear starter with Tyrese Knox. But that was going to be a battle. Obviously when it was Doug DeBose, it wasn't. Yeah. He was a Heisman front runner for the Heisman, right? He wasn't going to get too many carries, right? That kind of stuff. And we actually lost him in spring.
Mm.
Yeah, we lost him in spring. Yeah, he just made a cut and blew out his knee. That was huge for us.
Yeah,
if we would have had him, that'd have been different. But so that's really what it is now. But their situation, they got to find out who they have. So they're evaluating them pretty intensely throughout the course of the week. So they're going to have to perform in the spring game. So Riola's going to have to play.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Especially him and the kid from Bellevue.
Yeah. Daniel Kaelin.
Yeah.
It'll be fun either way. We'll see, and I hope, like you said,
that's why I'm
the
excited.
coaches let him have a show.
That's why I'm excited too, because Dylan wants to show the people that he's a 5-star guy. I'm fairly confident he wants to show them, hey, it's not all a hill of beans.
Yeah,
I can do this.
This is the college level now.
Smoking mirrors. Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll wrap things up, including talking about Reggie Bush getting his Heisman.
Oh, yeah. Good for him, man.
Yeah. Coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket. This is Weekly Wrap Sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Friday, April 26th versus the Grand Rapids Rise at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pierce and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today looks like a very nice day with mainly sunny skies and calm winds and a high around 70. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, otherwise mainly cloudy, low around 51. And tomorrow, showers and storms are likely, especially in the afternoon. It'll be breezy too with a high around 64. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's more time to save big at Bonsall Pool and Spa with their extended Double the Savings sales event. Now through April 30th, buyers can take advantage of up to $1,500 in savings when they purchase a new hot spring spa. Visit the Bonsall Pool and Spa showroom at 33rd and Pioneers or visit their website at www.bonsallpool.com to learn more about this hot sale. Act now because this offer ends April 30th. Bonsall Pool and Spa, every day made better.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars: Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Join us each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon for Youth Football 101 with Tank Perry of the Nebraska Red Wolves of 7-on-7 football. The future of the sport depends on the foundation set at a young age. Hear those stories and more each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here with weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. I have Jake Bakoven, and we've got a few news and notes to go through here from college football. The big news today was that Reggie Bush finally has his Heisman Trophy returned to him. The Heisman Trust announced this morning.
How cool is that?
A formal reinstatement of the trophy to Bush.
So he gets his picture, and does it? Well, can he get reimbursed for all the money that he lost because of that?
I don't think so. I don't know.
He actually made out okay, but he would have made a lot more.
You think so? Just parading around with the Heisman?
Oh, yeah, dude. He missed out on tons of stuff with that. I don't think he was never in any of the Heisman commercials, which he has a great personality.
Yeah, I don't know if he is.
Especially with his relationship with Kim Kardashian. Dude, he would have made out extremely well. Extremely well.
He's done pretty well in general.
Just with a picture of him and Kardashian, that would have went viral like crazy, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. Are they still? I don't know who he's with.
Oh, no. Kim moved on from that way. Yeah, she went through a few people, but I think they were dating. They were serious at one time.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
That would be good for him, man.
You do think so? I mean, he did get impermissible benefits at the time.
No, dude, come on.
But now
he didn't get him to. No, that was bad. That was bad. That was a bad decision.
Well, I mean, USC had sanctions. This was a whole thing.
Yeah. Well, so they didn't take away their national championships.
They didn't.
Right?
No.
Why take his Heisman?
Yeah, there you go. That's a pretty good argument.
Yeah, just like now Michigan have been sanctioned. They didn't take away their national championship.
Yeah.
Sometimes life's just not fair, dude.
That's right.
A lot of times life's not fair. My kids haven't figured that out yet.
Well,
it's not fair.
I'll always argue that's Vince Young's Heisman anyway, because after that game, Vince Young probably should have won the Heisman, but they don't have the voting after the championship game, so it is what
you think Vince Young should have won that?
Oh yeah, he won the game. He won the
championship. Is that the year that he won the Heisman?
Yeah, so Matt Leinart won it in 2004.
Okay.
And then Reggie Bush won it in 2005, so they had the Heisman.
No, that game was a Heisman. It was a Heisman performance. There's no question about that. But throughout the course of the year and the previous year, what Bush was doing was phenomenal.
Yeah. One is I think it was a little bit of like his stats are great. Like they're not bad, but they're not.
He was all purpose though. He was one of the first
right.
Heisman guys running back that was like all purpose.
Kick return touchdown. He had a passing touchdown.
Yeah.
But I think he ran for like 1,700 yards. And, I mean, it was solid.
No, it was solid.
But I think it was kind of like the Nebraska thing where I think at some point they started blowing up people out too much and. They also had Lindell White in the backfield to share.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So I mean, there's a couple things that factored into that.
I thought I saw that coming when I saw the Tim Brown clip on Google when he was talking about that. So I'm glad that worked out for him.
Yeah.
What year? So he won that. What year did he win that?
2005.
2005. So it's been a little bit.
Yeah. And I will say that I said it earlier. I think that 2005 Vince Young beating the Heisman USC team was probably the best college football game I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, USC got 2 titles though. They had 2.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that would have been 3, dude.
Well, because they won it in 04 over Oklahoma, and then they split it in 03 without playing in the championship game, if you remember. So it was kind of like 1.5.
Yeah, 1. Oh, so do we have that? What do we have? 5.5? Is our 97.5?
Yeah, 4.5. Right?
4.5.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. And that's what made that game so incredible. Is
Yeah.
like they were going for history.
That was
incredible.
one of the best individual performances and last minute drives I've ever seen in college football.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Pretty amazing, dude.
While we're on spring games, I want to ask you this too. So Jim Tressel and Lloyd Carr, of course, Ohio State legend, Michigan legend. We mentioned the 97 title.
Yeah.
They were both at the Notre Dame spring game this past week wearing Irish gear. Tressel was in support of one of his past players, of course, Irish head coach Marcus Freeman.
They're just representing, supporting their players.
Yeah, and Carr was in support of his grandson, who is an enrollee with the Irish, quarterback CJ Carr. So it was just a bit of an odd sight. It's an eyesore, I think, for Michigan, Ohio State fans to see their legendary coaches in Notre Dame gear.
If you were to go to Notre Dame, I guarantee you would be a fan of Notre Dame. I was never. I received letters from Notre Dame. Wasn't like heavily recruited by them.
Yeah,
but I could have been if my coach would express some interest, more than likely. But when I went there a few years back for my nephew's, he graduated from there with an engineering degree, and dude, Notre Dame was extremely, extremely impressive. I support them. It's unbelievable.
It's different.
It's a different institution, man. And it's the respect, the tradition, the history is pretty. And then they have that kind of starstruck effect, with the movie Rudy.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing kind of plays in. It's a special place.
No,
I get how someone how they're so loyal to the Fighting Irish with that. It's pretty amazing.
But isn't that somewhat like seeing Coach Osborne in like Colorado gear? I mean, even if like I don't know, Turner Gill or somebody was coaching at Colorado.
But Tressel was kicked out, right?
He was.
So I'm pretty sure he's an Ohio State guy.
And he moved on to Youngstown State.
Yeah, Youngstown. So I don't think no.
Yeah.
But it would be odd to see.
But I mean, both those guys won titles at Ohio State and Michigan.
Yeah, but you do get moved, man, when you go to Notre Dame. You do get moved. There's no question about it. I didn't think I would come back like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go to South Bend before.
You should go, man. It's truly an experience.
Yeah.
Their culture is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you have it. There's some news out of the college football world.
But good for Bush, man. Good for him.
Yeah, good for Reggie.
I like it when they make things right. It's never too late to make things right, Bach. So
like
it's never too late to make
what do I need to make right?
Nothing, dude. You look like my buddy on the Vikings. You do. You look like Rollo.
What's his name? Rollo?
Rollo. You got to Google. You look just like you got the after fight. You look like a Viking, dude.
Oh, good. Yeah. I just need to beef up a little bit.
Yeah, you got the short black shirt on with the guns. You kind of look like a Viking.
Oh, well, I'll take that. That's right. Former All-American quarterback Steve Taylor and a Viking in the studio. So that's a pretty formidable duo there. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. We'll be back next Wednesday and can review the spring game and probably a little bit better of a golfing experience if you're leaving off on a bad one on Tuesday, but Friday you can get back.
Friday, I'm gonna get back on the links.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll have the happy hour coming up next. I'm gonna stick in studio along with Austin Owerman today for the happy hour. That's coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at the